Less than 1% of the world's population has completed a marathon. A woman from southeast South Dakota didn't finish just one. She conquered all 6 world marathon majors. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Carly Phillips shares her journey to the finish line.
Along the winding roads of Burbank, South Dakota, there's plenty of fields, a periodic car passing by, and occasionally you'll find Carly Hurd out for a run.
I'm sure our neighbors are like, oh, there she goes again.
She ran her first half marathon in 2009 and her first and supposedly last full marathon 2 years later.
It was like hot, it was awful, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. And then I did 2 more marathons that year.
It sparked the beginning of an even bigger journey to run all 6 world marathon majors. She hired a coach and hit the treadmill and gravel running.
I did that 5 years ago, and I think that really changed my perspective on running and what I was capable and everything of.
Miles and miles later, Hurd qualified for the 2022 Berlin Marathon, her first major.
It was kind of cool. I remember being in my hotel room getting ready to run that one when I found out my time was going to be good enough to get into Boston.
Berlin led to the New York City Marathon that same year. Then in 2023, it was Boston and Chicago. By 2024, Hurd was preparing to run the London Marathon, what she calls one of the most difficult races to qualify for. But during her last lawn run before the race, she injured her hamstring.
I couldn't warm up, couldn't do anything, and in the first mile, my hamstring tore. I could feel it pop in the first mile, and I kept thinking, what am I gonna do? I'm here in London, I came all the way here.
That day, Hurd finished all 26.2 miles, completing her 5th world major despite the pain. But you'd never be able to tell by the smile she wore on her face.
I was like, guess I'm gonna do the best I can. So I basically walked the entire marathon so I could finish, which is just ridiculous. And I still can't believe I did it.
Injury wasn't her only challenge. Her mom, Donnie, died by suicide back in 2016. Hurd used her grief to keep moving forward. One
of the things that helps me get through all that is knowing the things that I do will make my mom proud if she was still here, right? So it's kind of cool to do it and know that oh, I hope she's watching me do this and I hope she's proud of me.
Support from friends and family, especially her husband, also kept her striding forward.
I'm very, very, very lucky that in almost every instance I've had him to be able to say, yeah, do whatever you want. And anything that's local, he always comes and brings the kids. Even when they were little, they'd be at the finish line cheering for me.
Those waves of support followed her to her final stop earlier this year, the Tokyo Marathon.
Tokyo was kind of like my comeback race.
A comeback like no other, crossing the line and completing a journey that few runners ever achieve.
It was the coolest experience, and I think it was, like I said, almost like a fever dream of I can't believe this really happened. I can't believe this is happening right now, and I've done this, and it's, finished.
A medal marks accomplishment, but the real reward goes beyond the finish line.
It's okay to take time for yourself because it'll make you a better person. So I think that's been a huge thing for me because I know at the end of the day, my kids see it and know that I'm a better person and a better mom because I am, taking the time to take care of myself too.
A new addition to the World Marathon Majors is now on the way, Sydney, Australia. So as for what's next for this small-town South Dakota runner...
I said I was going to retire after this one, and now I'm like, well, who doesn't want to go to Australia, right?
A possible next stop, someday down the road. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Carly Phillips.
Wow, that is just amazing. Runners who complete all 6 of the original Abbott World Marathon majors receive a 6-star medal and are inducted into the